Well, I'm going to the big D, and I don't mean Dallas. Well, in this case, I do mean Dallas, and we're actually in Plano, Texas, about 20 miles outside of Dallas. Hey, everybody, I'm Jeff Kraft. Welcome to another episode of InTRUview's InTRUview. On this episode, we're going to meet the folks that run Essential Smiles Dental Lab. Can't wait to meet them. You ready? Let's go. So, Joshua, you brought Towne here with you, but before we get into that, it's beautiful out here. Where are we? How far are we from Dallas?
It is. We're in Plano, Texas. We're about 20 minutes from Dallas. 20
minutes, that's it?
That's it.
Tell me about Plano. What do you guys know about Plano?
So Plano is an upgrowing city. You have a lot of your headquarters out here.
And I can't, not mention your shirt. I mean, this right here is classic. Does Joshua always dress with something like this, with his cowboy hat and everything? Did you grow up in Texas?
No, I'm actually from California. I moved out here in 2012.
What part of California?
San Fernando Valley.
Oh, Southern California area.
Yes, sir,
all right, what about you?
I actually moved out here in 2018, so this would be like my 5th year.
All right.
Yeah, and so far I love it. Yeah.
Got it. So how did both of you get into this wild, crazy industry of dental?
Well, dental, it runs in my family. My mom used to do dental.
Okay.
So when we moved out here to Texas, me and my wife, we actually went to school for dental. She's managing some dental offices. I went through that process until I landed in the dental laboratories.
All right. And same thing, did you grow up in it?
Yes, so my grandfather was a Navy dentist.
Okay.
And he had his, after he retired from the Navy, he had his, he opened up his own practice. And, every day growing up as a child, I would kind of like play with the models and stuff. So this was like nothing new to me. So I was like, you know what, why not, I might not be able to become a dentist, but at least I can, make crowns.
Yeah. So you guys were pretty focused in this industry at a young age.
Yes, pretty much.
Well, I like that. Now, how did you come into the Essential Smiles world?
So for me, it's a funny story actually. I was working at a dental office, which is one of the biggest accounts for Essential Smiles. I knew the previous manager here. I built a really good relationship, and I was ready for my next step, my next level. And I felt that Essential Smiles was the good opportunity for me.
Okay, and for you?
And for me, pretty interesting story. They were looking for a sales manager. And so World Lab California, they were like, first of all, go to Texas location, train there, and then once you're ready to go. But a little bit of changes of plans. We weren't supposed to do actual milling here. We originally started off as like an outsourcing lab. I think back in, this was probably about 4 years ago, I'd say. We started our actual production, like milling lab. At that time, we didn't have like a milling production manager. And they were like, do you want to become a production manager? And I'm like, you know what, why not? I'll give it a shot and see if I can actually build it from scratch and grow it, make it bigger. And here I am.
Yeah, you are.
Still here.
So you handle the production, you handle sales. So the relationships. Now I know with World Lab USA and Essential Smiles, you guys obviously are one. How does the relationships get built here in Plano or just overall in this region? So
our relationship, we're a family-oriented company, so we're always welcoming each other in. Me and Towne, we hang out after work, we go shooting, we do a bunch of truck off-roading things.
You go shooting. You don't really hear that too often in California. We go out shooting, and it's so. I love it out here. I love it. So you guys really are friends outside of this as well.
Yes, definitely.
What's the culture like overall in the office? You said family.
Family oriented. Yes, definitely.
To work the departments for me. Walking in, where's everything laid out?
Sure. So as you walk in, you're gonna have the receiving team. Boxes will come over from all over the states. Then we have pan opening, which we're gonna do data entry. Then we bring those cases to the technicians. As production moves along, the cases were brought back to the shipping room where they get invoiced and then ship out to various states of the U.S.
Okay. Education. Education is extremely important in this digital age, changing tremendously, and it has, as you guys have seen since you've been in the industry. How do you stay on top of the cutting edge, that new technology, the ever-changing industry? Because that's important. You can be great at one thing, but you've also got to be great at the next thing as well. How does the team and you guys stay in the loop?
So as technology changes, you know, we want to evolve with it. We know in the dental industry, you know, new technology is coming in that is better. So when things come in new, we sit and we talk about it, and we always like trying new things.
So you guys are excited about
definitely.
the change.
Definitely.
You got to adapt, right?
You have to adapt, and yes, in this industry you do.
Yeah, and the good thing is we do have a lot of, headquarters in Tokyo and a lot of like labs out in Japan as well as Irvine. So we kind of like sit down and talk every Monday. We have like a weekly meeting and to kind of like update each other on what sort of like digital stuff that's, happening out there, stuff like that. So we can kind of like keep it, keep up to date, try to, bring in the new technologies into our office.
Do you feel like you have the upper hand? Because you think of Japan, you think cutting edge right away, already ahead of the curve from the rest of the world. Do you feel like you have the upper hand having that team that is there at the forefront creating this technology for the entire industry?
We do. We definitely have the upper hand, and we have a lot of communication with Japan, mostly on a daily basis.
That right?
Yeah, definitely.
Good deal. And how does it work with the other offices that are under World Lab? Do you guys communicate? Do you get together?
We also communicate every Wednesday. We have a meeting, and we talk about everything that goes on during the week.
Okay. So what about True Abutment? How did this come into play? Was it already there from the World Lab side of things, or did you seek it out?
It was actually from the World Lab side. So originally, like I said, we were outsourcing, and we finally started the actual like implants here in Texas, probably about within like 2 years, I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah, and so we did not really have knowledge on abutments as much as World Lab does.
Yep.
So what we did was my lead technician who's in charge of like the implant cases, we would kind of like fly out there, communicate, just a lot of like extensive communications, so we can actually start the whole like implants here. And yeah, one of our implant technicians out there suggested True Abutment because the fitments are perfect all the time. FDA approved and everything, so we're like, yeah, let's go with that.
What's it been like?
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
No issues. I don't hear any issues from doctors. Yeah, and fitments, like I said, always perfect. So
there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. So I want to go back now to 2020 because things it changed a little bit. You introduced a premium side of Essential Smiles.
Yes.
What's the difference? You have Essential Smiles and then Essential Smiles Premium.
So Essential Smiles is mostly an outsourcing where we get our cases, we send it to different labs that we have all over the States. The Premium account is a special account. We cater to doctors that have special needs. So basically they have one-on-one communication with technicians where doctor will call a technician. We can even send technicians over and take impressions for doctors, speak with doctors, design the case, and then process it through production. Then we actually hand deliver that case.
So the industry as a whole, in the next 5 years, since you guys are on the cutting edge, you guys know more than I do. You guys, obviously, with Japan, what secrets can you tell me? What are you guys excited about most over the next 5 years? What are you expecting the change to be like?
Well, Jeff, we're excited with the digital world. As new products come out, they're always better than the last one. So, we always look for the future. We always talk about the future. Here at Essentials, we sit and we always have a thoroughly communication with each other and communicating with Japan, getting all the secrets from Japan.
Yeah, what are you most excited about in the next 5 years? What transition do you feel like the industry is going to start turning towards more?
Digital?
It's definitely going to go to the digital world.
Yeah.
Definitely. As you see new doctors coming out, they're young and they like technology.
Nice, okay. So Tony, what do you do outside of coming to the office every day? What do you like to do?
Outside, so I fly on the weekends. So
you do? Okay.
Yes, I'm a very big av geek. So I do a lot of flying on Saturdays. We're currently working on my flight instructor license.
Okay.
So I can kind of like do that whenever I have time off from this work. Yeah.
I fly a lot on the weekends as well.
Okay.
But I sit in the back of the plane having a cocktail. You fly them, so very different. Very different. What about you, Joshua?
Yeah, here in Texas, there's a lot of breweries.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like going to breweries, mostly on a Friday. We gather all the technicians and whoever wants to go, and we'll meet in a brewery.
You like a brewery?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So do I.
Okay, then we're gonna look at my camera over here.
Joshua, I appreciate you sitting down with me, bringing in Towne. It's a fun story. I always like hearing about how people got started in the industry. Now, you mentioned brewery.
Yes, sir, definitely.
How far is that brewery from here?
The brewery is a couple minutes away. It's a local brewery, so you should go check it out.
You should go check it out.
Awesome.
Are you taking your truck?
Let's go.
Perfect, let's go.